In this video, we'll walk through how to configure the integrate.io connector for Salesforce. We'll also cover several best practices and key settings such as column hashing, sync frequency, etc. Let's jump right into the video. Integrate.io is a low-load automation pipeline platform with fixed fee, unlimited usage pricing model. The Salesforce connector in integrate.io allows teams to automatically extract and synchronize data from Salesforce into their data pipelines within minutes. The connection process includes choosing the Salesforce connector from our dashboard and connecting through a secure token exchange, as we don't store any of your passwords as per our policy. We begin inside the integrate.io dashboard, where pipelines and connectors are configured. The first step is creating a new pipeline or package where the Salesforce connector will be configured. As you can see in the image, provide all required details such as the name, type of workflow, and the template. Next, we select Salesforce as the source connector and configure the connection settings. Here we configure the Salesforce connection by authenticating with Salesforce and selecting the appropriate account. Once the connection is established, several configuration options determine how data will be synchronized. One important feature is column blocking, which allows you to exclude specific fields from being extracted. Column blocking helps reduce the amount of data extracted and can also protect sensitive fields. For large datasets, switch the API version to Bulk API 2.0 in source properties. This, combined with PK chunking, breaks large queries into smaller batches, reducing timeouts and significantly improving extraction speed for millions of records. For fields that need to flow through the pipeline but must remain private, you can apply hashing using the select transformation component. In the select transformation, write an expression like SHA256 of email and set an alias like hashed_email. This anonymizes the value while preserving consistency, so you can still join and analyze records without exposing the original data. After building your pipeline, you'll configure how often it runs. Scheduling is set at the package level, not inside the connector itself. You can schedule your package to run every 15 minutes, hourly, or daily. More frequent syncs give you fresher data, but consume more Salesforce API calls. So choose a frequency that balances timelines with your API limits. To track how records change over time, you can implement incremental loading using the System Mod Stamp field in your Source Properties Where clause. By filtering on System Mod Stamp, integrate.io only fetches new or modified records on each run. Combined with SCD Type 2 logic in your destination, this lets you maintain a full history of changes rather than overwriting previous values. Once configured, the Salesforce connector becomes part of the pipeline that extracts and processes data automatically. Using these settings properly can significantly improve the performance and reliability of your Salesforce data pipelines. The integrate.io Salesforce connector provides a flexible and powerful way to integrate Salesforce data into your workflows. Now that you've seen how to set up the Salesforce connector in integrate.io, let's go over a few best practices to ensure your integration is secure, reliable, and easy to maintain. A well-configured connector is the foundation of any successful data pipeline. Taking a few extra steps during setup can prevent issues later and ensure smooth data flow between systems. When setting up your Salesforce connector, always prioritize secure authentication. Use OAuth whenever possible instead of basic authentication. This reduces security risks and makes credential management easier. Avoid hard-coding credentials and rotate them periodically to maintain a secure integration. It's important to configure access permissions carefully. Only grant access to the Salesforce objects and fields required for your pipeline. Following the principle of least privilege helps reduce the risk of unintended data exposure and keeps your integration more secure. Salesforce APIs have usage limits, so it's important to optimize how your connector interacts with them. Avoid unnecessary full data loads and use filters or incremental sync wherever possible. Monitoring API usage ensures your pipelines run without hitting limits or causing delays. Before running your pipeline in production, always test your connection and data flow. Validate that the connector is working correctly, test with sample data, and ensure your field mappings are accurate. This helps catch issues early and prevents failures during live runs. Once your connector is live, ongoing monitoring is key. Keep track of connection health and pipeline performance. If Salesforce schema changes or credentials expire, update your connector configuration accordingly to avoid disruptions. By following these best practices, you can ensure your Salesforce connector setup in integrate.io is secure, efficient, and reliable. A strong foundation at the connector level leads to smoother pipelines and better overall data operations. Thank you for watching.